Hey everyone, in this Starfield how to use crafting benches guide, I'm going to walk you through all the crafting benches that are available in the game and how they all work. So we're inside the lodge here. If you've not got to the lodge yet, just keep playing until you do. It's pretty early on in the game. Go through the starting conversation, you should get the lodge key, and what you can do is go over to this door here, use the key, and you'll come down to this area which conveniently has all of the crafting benches all set up for you, so you don't have to worry about building them. So we'll go through them all and show you what they do. So we've got the Pharmaceutical Lab, we've got the cooking station, and then over here we've got the Industrial Workbench, the Spacesuit Workbench, and lastly over here the Weapon Workbench. So we'll start off with the Pharmaceutical. There is actually a little med pack that you can grab there if you've not got it already in the first aid box. But the Pharmaceutical Lab will help you create all of these different aid treatments that you've got here. And if I move myself just down to the bottom right so we can see this a little bit clearer, you can see what this one's all about. So on the left hand side it'll tell you what these do. So this one treats infections, this one treats contusions, lacerations and puncture wounds. You get the idea here. And up above me will show if you have the appropriate materials to make whatever this is. So if they're highlighted in white, you have what is needed to make them. If they're in dark grey, you don't have what is needed, so you need to go away and find that. So for example, heal paste needs one membrane. I don't actually have any in my inventory at the minute, so I'm going to talk about that, how we get that in just a moment. So if we go with one of these that I've got the materials for, if I just move me top left for a minute, you can see down the bottom right hand side it says craft with A. So if I hold down or just press A, it'll say, look, this is going to take these, this is what you've got, do you want to do it? And then we're going to hit confirm, which for me is A, and hey presto, I've made some bandages. Hooray! So that's the basic crafting process. Now let's have a little look at the other things that we've got here. They all work in a similar fashion, so we'll quickly pop through and I'll just show you these. So we've got the cooking station. So here I could make different things, and again same sort of thing. If I've got the materials I could make it. So A, D and T. So if we move me top right, this one will restore 3 health, 2 XP gain for 15 minutes. And you can see I've got a certain amount of these. Many of these are greyed out, but the cooking one is neither here nor there to begin with. But I'm going to talk about how you extend, you know, the recipes that you've got here in just a moment. I just want to show you the sort of things that you've got there. So that's that area. Let's move off to one of the more interesting ones, the Industrial Workbench. So this one is for creating materials for when you build a outpost, and you can add all of the different things here. So pressure tanks, propellants and all these sort of things. And again, same sort of stuff. If we've got the materials, it's all going to show there. I'm going to talk about the crafting materials where you can get some of those as well in just a moment, but we're just walking through the different ones. So the Spacesuit Workbench, guess what that crafts? Yes, it's to do with your spacesuit, and you can improve your various spacesuits here. So you can't craft, as far as I'm aware, a spacesuit, but you can improve your spacesuit. Where you've got the top left little triangle that shows that it's currently equipped. So I'm currently using the Vanguard Space Helmet and the Vanguard Spacesuit. And I can see different bits about this, so the power rating and the resistance and all this sort of stuff. And if I jump into it, the Vanguard here, this is where we can add different mods into the slots. So I've actually created a mod on this one already. So on the left hand side you can see what I've added. It says ballistic shielding, and I can see all of the properties of my spacesuit currently. And then I could go into any of these and add another mod if I wanted, or I can go to no mod if I want. So in the second slot I have the option of explosive shielding or optimized servos, but I don't have either of the materials or the components just behind my head there. Let's move to bottom right to build any of these at the minute. Rubbish! But I will talk about that in just a moment, so how we're going to do all of those. I'm just showing you the sort of stuff you can do. But if we wanted, for example, the ballistic shielding, again, you just select it and then it would be added to your suit on the left. So you can see that we've got these 4 different slots for the suit, so you can do quite a few upgrades, and that's of course going to up its value, but also potentially up its weight as well. So if I had the explosive shielding, for example, it would up the value. So if you look on the left hand side as I flick between them, but it would also up its mass, so it's going to be heavier, but it is going to have that extra shielding on it. So you'll considerably improve things by adding these sort of things as we go. So same sort of thing with a helmet, but different processes, but you get the idea with it. This one over here, we've got the Weapon Workbench, and again similar sort of stuff. As you're going through Fallout, you'll probably bump into various weapons that already have mods on them, but you can change them here. You can take mods off or add different mods as we go through. So you can see, for example, the Ashta Tamer here has all of these already added to it. So the iron sights, the tactical stock, the standard barrel. But if I go to, for example, to the optics here, you can see we have iron sights here. I could change that to the reflex sight if I wanted. So this would be quicker target action, acquisition and visibility. And up above me, it looks like I've got materials for that, so I could add that one. You can also see that would up its value considerably, because it would have a second mod on it, but it will also up its weight a little bit as well. So that's an example there. So if we have a little look at something, let's have a little look at, say, this one. So you can see this has got all sorts of stuff. So you see it's an epic rifle that I discovered here. So if we have a little look at it, it's got all sorts of stuff on it. It's got the tech barrel. It's only got iron sights at the minute, but it's got suppressor and standard grip. And again, I could go in here and improve this. So let's say I want to add this reflex sight. So it's going to up its value. So we're going to do that. So we'll hit craft. We'll use these components. Happy days. I've now upgraded that with that. And you'll see on the left-hand side, it now says reflex sight on there. So I've added that to my weapon, which is pretty cool. So that is all of the main benches, all the main crafting benches. Now, another thing that you've got in here is the research lab. So this is bang in the middle here, and this is where you can unlock additional things or sort of projects and new things. So I've got one going on here, the projects in process, the helmet mods 1. So this will take a while to sort of progress. So you can see it, we've basically just got to wait on the progress here. If we get more materials, it would show this here. So if we have a little look at it, so you can see it says we're on helmet mods, discover how to build helmet mods, blah blah blah. So we've completed that one, but I do need some cosmetic stuff here. And if we have a little look at this, you can see I've got the stuff in the inventory, so I'm going to hit confirm. And the polymer, we've also got that, so we'll confirm. So everything is good. It says project is complete, and now we've got helmet mods 2. So that is all good, and we've improved, like our research here. So we're into helmet mods 2, and this is saying what I need though is a required skill. So you can see to the left-hand side. So your skills are tied into some of these, upgrades or research, but also with your workbenches as well. So we're just going to talk about that before we talk about where we're getting all these materials and stuff. So if we come back out of here, let's have a little look at our skills. So I just hit the pause menu. And then top right, we've got skills. So if we jump into here, and you'll see different things. So we've got these ones. I'm just trying to think which ones are going to be of importance here. Probably science. Let's have a little look. It's not that one. So this resources required to craft items and complete research projects is reduced by 10%. So that's an example of a skill that would help. And then if we have a little look at these, what have we got here? Blah, blah, blah. Spacesuit design. So that was one, wasn't it? So if we want to do more advanced spacesuits, we're going to need a spacesuit design. So you get the idea here. Also same with weapon engineering. So to unlock this area, you're going to need to go through and add more things here to unlock these lots. So you see it says spend 2 more points in science to unlock advanced science skills. So I'd have to add another 2 of these with my skills as I level up if I'm interested in progressing my upgrades that bit further. So what about materials? Where are we getting all these sort of things? So you can sort of gather materials while you're exploring planets. You get some things from like killing organisms, like you might kill an alien and get a membrane that you can collect. But a lot of this stuff is much easier to just get from the commercial district. So we're going to have a little look at that. If I hit pause and we go to the star map, and then when we're looking at the districts here, the one that we want to go to is the commercial district. So we'll have a little look here. We'll just fast travel. So hit A to select that, and then X to fast travel. And what you'll find is lots of shops sell the sort of stuff. Now, what I've totally forgot to do, but you get the idea, is look on the research station at the thing that you're interested in and write down the materials that you need. And then when you're over here, you'll be able to go and get these from UC distribution. So if we go forwards, I'm saying you will be able to. Most things you can get from these different areas. So if we run up to UC distribution, I think it's this one, you'll find loads of stuff here that you can buy, and the costs aren't really that bad. So we'll just jump in. And then talk to the lady
Bulk
here.
items may require multiple levels of approval and can take up to
We get it.
distribution. Something I can do for you?
You can. I'd like to see what you have to
Yes,
say.
of course. Please take a look.
Thank you. She looks very confused. So here, I'll just move me top right so you can see the buttons down the bottom. We can flick between sell and buy, but obviously in this case we want buy. And what you want to be looking at is resources. So in here you can see all these different things. So if you wrote down what you needed, chances are you will find most of the stuff here. So for example, fiber was on a lot of the things. You can just buy it here, or you can collect it on planet from various plants and stuff like that. So just buy what you need. You can see nothing is ridiculous price. And down the bottom left hand side, if you want, you can sort by name, or if you press the left stick you can sort by value. So the most expensive item you can see is a drilling rig, comm relay, all these sort of things, but most of the things you're going to just need these core materials here. So buy those, however many that you need, and then you can make your items on the crafting benches. There you go, my friends. That's about all I wanted to show you about how to use crafting benches in Starfield. I hope that was useful to you. If it was, give us a thumbs up, please. That's much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you need any more help with the game, have a little look at the tutorials I'll put at the end of this video. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe, will you? Thanks.